So welcome, everybody, here on YouTube as well. It's great to see you all. Thank you for joining us. We got some people on the Zoom call, and we got others here on YouTube. So anyway, thanks for being here. No matter where you are, let me know where you are. We're in San Diego. I see we got some people from Florida and Colorado. Stefan, all the way from Austria. Great. Um, yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. And you can whatever you like. If you like Zoom, if you like YouTube, we did. If you signed up, we did email out the whole packet, and uh, and if not, we will put it in the Zoom. I have no way of putting it in the YouTube thing. But anyway, thanks for being here. We are going to be giving away a uke today. So stick around to the end because we are giving away one of our, this is literally right out of the box, one of our JT soprano long neck, soprano body concert. We're giving away one of these today, like live here at the end. So stick around, you might have a chance to win. And also, before we jump into it, we have actually one of our winners. Yeah, I think just one of our winners today. Dolores won week 2 of our 12-week ukulele giveaway. So congratulations to Dolores. She won our concert. That uke I just showed you, the concert one that has a pickup and a cutaway in it. So if you want to be a part of that, this week, week 3, we are giving away. I have it here because I've been doing a lot of videos, and we announced the winner on Monday, but we are giving away, and thanks to Ohana, but we are, this week 3 are giving away a Ohana TK25CL Cynthia Lynn model for week 3. And for week 3, very simple. All you got to do is subscribe to the Uke Like The Pros Instagram, which a lot of you already are. Thank you for that. And leave a comment on any video where I'm playing that instrument, and then that's it. You automatically enter. No purchase necessary. And that's week 3 of 12. We got some other great companies that are participating. Flight has joined in, Kala, and I got a couple other companies that are also going to be doing it. So anyway, sign up for that if you want to stay heads up, and you have a chance to win too. So. Cindy says, "Thanks for doing this. I have missed being part of the community over the past few months." Yeah, Cindy, it's great to have you here. We missed you too. Just in case you don't know, we literally do these meetings like this every Friday at 9 a.m. for all our platinum members. So if this is something you like, we do this every week, every Friday, 9 a.m. and we have a great time, great community, challenges, and a bunch of stuff. So anyway, a lot of fun. We've been doing it for many years. Been great. But anyway, that's all for our platinum members. We'll talk more about that in a second when we go through the handout. But I just want to say, check out, what are we in? Madison, Wisconsin, Northern California, Washington. Good, thanks, Ed. Yeah, Ed was just commenting earlier about the YouTube wasn't going yet, but we're going now. Chuck won the surf challenge, and he won actually one of our ukes, but he actually wanted to upgrade to a nice Kala Acacia one, so that one's coming to Chuck. Canada, good. Maryland. See, we got Germany here, so worldwide, awesome. South Jersey. One of our members is in Spain right now, watching. Good. Arkansas, Maine, Texas. I was just in Texas, Austin last weekend. Had a great time. All right, New Hampshire. All right, good. Oh yeah, and we put the link in there for you if you want to sign up for the giveaway. ukelikeThePros.com/giveaway. Okay. Okay. Cool. Chuck's gonna put a pickup in his new uke. Awesome. All right. Yeah, Chuck's been here for about 6 years. Good. Virginia, Rachel in San Diego. Okay. So anyway, we passed out the song. Let me play it for you, and then we'll kind of go through the handout. I'll teach it to you. We'll talk about the course as well that's coming out today. Really excited about that, and yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. So we are going to be doing a lot of playing today. So make sure you have your uke. Susie, as a special link again, yeah, if you're referring to the sign up for the giveaway, we'll include that again. But all right, so I wanted to do something special for you today. I wanted to do something different than what was in the course. I could have just taught one of the chord melodies in the course, and that would have been great. But I wanted to do something different, and I spend a while just kind of I do this every year. I just kind of flip through the Christmas books, all the sheet music, and just look for all the songs. And for whatever reason, each year certain songs speak more to me than others. And then when you start playing them, some of them work really well on the ukulele, and some of them a little bit harder. Some of the songs like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty are great songs. I will at some point do chord melody arrangements for them, but sometimes they just don't sit that nicely. But this year, and I've done a lot of chord melodies, so it's sometimes harder to find songs, but this year, this song worked out quite amazingly. And this is White Christmas, and this is in your handout as well, okay? The tab, the chords, the sheet music, the lyrics are there too, Elaine, just for you. With how this turned out. This is not a beginner chord melody. So if you're more of a beginner, totally fine. We have, and in the course, it kind of steps up. So we have more beginner stuff, and then it gets more complicated to actually some more kind of intermediate stuff. But if you're a beginner today, don't leave. Don't just be like, it's too hard, I give up. Just stick with it, because there's always something you can gain out of this. And you may not be able to play everything, but there's things you can play. And sometimes it's just getting one thing out of a lesson or a practice session or whatever you're doing. And for me, when I first did this arrangement, I just love the C minor 6 chord that I came up with. And I only came up with it because I needed that chord and I needed this melody note. So that's what's nice about the chord melody. And I'll talk about what chord melody is. If you don't understand it, we're going to kind of go step by step today. But finding cool chords that you may have never played before when you do stuff like that. So that might be your takeaway today, is just this one new chord. Or this. Those are a nice little progression as well. So anyway, and again, I want to just thank all our platinum members that, thank you. Sharon says, snowflakes started to fall. I want to thank all the platinum members, because they're the ones that are here every Friday, if they can make it live or watch it. And so this is our normal Q&A time, but I like to do these workshops because it's just a nice time, and I make sure a lot of my members are here. So thank you all the members and anybody else that supports Uke Like The Pros, whether you bought a course before or maybe you've got some free courses. We got a bunch of free courses as well. Maybe you just support our YouTube channel or Instagram or on Facebook or TikTok or whatever it is. So thank you for that. You would be surprised, I mean, almost literally every day when people call either looking for some help with an instrument at our store or something else, like literally almost every customer, or at least several times a day, people are like, "Oh, I was just watching your video on YouTube," or "Thank you for the reviews," or something like that. So I know it. I know you're out there watching them, and so thank you for that. This is a great month, by the way. It's October that we're doing this live. I don't know. People might be watching this in a year or so, but a great month. Temperatures changing, the season's changing a little bit. It's Halloween time. It's my birthday month, so it's a great month. Before we jump into this, I know this is totally unrelated, but I've been doing some videos yesterday and even a few before the live today on this instrument right here. So I'm going to quiz you outside of the box here. What is this instrument? Does anybody know what this is? Thank you for the birthday wishes. Okay. Now it is 4 strings and it does look big, at least bigger than a tenor baritone size. But listen to that tuning. Okay, so what is this tuning? What is the relationship between these strings? And don't worry, we'll get to the chord melody in a second. I won't take that long, but I just thought this was cool. Plus, this is something you can learn today. So this is a tenor guitar. Now, can it be tuned like a baritone? I'll answer that question in a second. But this is actually a tenor guitar. So there's your C chord, F, G, and C. Now, next question is, if you got that, great job. Kind of the giveaway would be the sound, the tuning. The tuning of it. 2, this has steel strings. And I'm not saying that there's not baritones out there with steel strings, or the ponos. Some of the ponos have steel strings, but rare on a baritone to find steel strings. But anyway, what is the tuning? And there's several tunings out there for the tenor guitar, but this is the one that this one comes with. This is one of the call ones. So if you can answer that, I'll be proud of you. Here's the notes. Okay. All right. So yeah, you'll be answering. So anyway, really kind of cool. And this would be kind of a fun takeaway for you, but it's an open tuning. Well, it's actually tuned in fifths. So if I give you the first string, you should be able to get all of them. So the first string is C. C string. So if they're tuned in fifths, that means C, D, E, F, G would be next. Next would be, was 5 up from G, G, A, B, C, D. Second string is D, and then 5 up from that is D, E, F, G, A, and A. So you got C, G, D, and A. So it actually forms this open chord in fifths. Okay, kind of cool. And then you can do your shapes. How they do.
Awesome.
So Heather just got back. My kids joined the choir at school, and they had to sing in church today. So that was their first singing in church today.
I sat next to them.
Oh,
Sang the whole time.
That's awesome. Okay, you can't hear the guitar audio. My musician sound is on, so I'm not sure why. All right, so anyway, there it is. Okay, thanks, Ron. Anyway, there it is. This is a tenor guitar. Now, the last, before I put this down and we get started, is can you tune it like a baritone? Because that's really the question. A lot of people want it. They like this. It's actually fairly well priced for a solid top instrument, but they want to tune it like a baritone, and you can. You cannot tune these strings like a baritone, though. You break them. It's too much tension on them to go higher. But remember, baritone is D, G, B, and E. D, G, B, and E. So all you have to do, if you grab a set of acoustic guitar strings, regular acoustic guitar strings, and use those strings 1, 2, 3, and 4, and just tune it up normally. D, G, B, E. You could tune it like a baritone. So anyway, that's the call. This is their tenor guitar. Actually, really cool. So I've kind of been digging it. All right. Now. Okay, thanks, Douglas. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, if you're not hearing it, maybe there's you're muted or something on your computer. I do that a lot. All right. Okay, cool. So Douglas was introduced to the tenor guitar at the last Uke Fest, the Oshkosh Uke Fest. Awesome. Very cool. I like, and that one's under $300. So I mean, really inexpensive for like to dive into an instrument. All right, let's do this. So there is a handout. And that's been put in the chat. That has also been emailed to you. And we can continue to put it in the chat if you haven't got it. I'm going to have my little bit of mint tea while we're going here. And I'll share it on the screen as well. And even here on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see the screen. But this will have everything you need. Okay, so it looks like a lot of people have joined the YouTube. So thank you. And if you are here on our YouTube and not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. One of the giveaways soon for our 12-week giveaway will be just to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So while you're here, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so okay, good. Susan Montgomery's here. Joanne is here. Okay. Blindness with Bob, Indiana. Good. Okay. Good. And I think I mentioned this last time we did a live, but Susan is over here on the YouTube, one of our great writers over at our blog, blog.ukelikeThePros.com. We'll put that in the chat. Oh, what's up? Our Ukulele Project Hawaii is here. That's awesome. If you don't know Ukulele Project Hawaii, go support them and everything they do. And we actually, the great Larry, does a Hawaiian Q&A for us, for all our platinum members, once a month, right here at Uke Like The Pros. So people love that. If you've been to that Hawaiian Q&A, say something in the chat. Say something in the chat. So it's amazing. And what Ukulele Project Hawaii is doing is incredible. So go check them out. So social media and website, and support them any way that you can, and help bring the joy of music and ukulele to like everybody. All right, good. Ron, I love the Hawaiian Q&A. Yeah, me too. Yeah, so join that if you can. That's if you like ukulele, you like Hawaiian music. They're one and the same. They're one and the same. And then you'll learn the real way to play Hawaiian songs, sing them, play them, turnarounds, all that kind of cool stuff. All right, and also, like I said, our blog is we have a lot of Christmas songs up there as we're heading into that season as well. All right, so let me share the handout with you, so you'll be able to see it on the screen. And like I said, we are really happy. By the way, there's 73 people here on the Zoom, and then a bunch of people on YouTube. So thank you for taking your time this morning on this beautiful Friday. If you're here in the States or a baseball fan, you know that the World Series starts tonight. So my Los Angeles Dodgers will be battling out against the New York Yankees, which I actually like a lot too. I like their team as well, but for this series, I'm going to have to root against them. All right, so this is why we came here today. The Ukulele Christmas Fingerstyle, kind of a long title, Chord Melody Workshop with myself. Now, the first few pages of your handout are just kind of talking about what we got going on, some deals today. We'll kind of talk a little bit at the end a little bit more, but this is here. So this is the new course right here. The Christmas Fingerstyle Chord Melody. That's the new course. Okay, so that one, all the members, you'll have it after this workshop, you'll have it in your library already. So that's the new course. But for today, because you're here, we are going to include two other of our courses, which are our Christmas Songs course, Volume 1 and Volume 2, where we do a lot of Christmas songs. So you're going to get all three courses for $97 today. So just hit that QR code or link if you want to just jump in, make the commitment right away. And then just as a bonus, we just kind of threw this in. If you buy the pack, we're actually going to give you 50% off this ukulele as well. These ukuleles are $99.99, which is still an incredible price, but we'll give you 50% off, or basically $50 off. So $49 for our uke. So if you want to take advantage of that, that makes a great present as well, or just if you need a small uke, a travel uke, or just like a smaller uke. So that's one of our offers today for you, and we'll be running that through today. And then the other offer is what I've been talking about earlier, which is the Platinum membership. Right? That gives you access to everything. Everything we have, all our courses, all the lives, all the workshops that we do, challenges, the member-only community that we have. I think we're over, 30 courses now. When we have ukulele, baritone, guitar lele up there. So anyway, that's our Platinum. And then for now, we're just going to do a few of these. We're going to actually give you a free concert size of this same ukulele I'm playing, but concert. And then if you want to upgrade to a tenor or a baritone, that's an option as well. Anyway, that's only $359 for the entire year. Way less than you would spend on if you're trying to get lessons from somebody. So anyway, that's our other offer today. Is that. All right. Oh, and there's on this, if you haven't joined a 12-week giveaway I've been talking about, join it. It's totally free, no purchase necessary. And we are in the middle of week 3. We'll announce the new winner on Monday and then start a new challenge. All right, so this is something we've used before. We've done other chord melody workshops, but this one is going to focus on the Christmas one. But if you're new to chord melody or don't understand what it is or understand the purpose of this workshop, is to understand chord melody as well. Okay, so be able to play or understand and learn or even do yourself what a chord melody is. Okay, so our goal is to understand the difference between melody and chords, understand what chord melody is, to be able to play, even if it takes some time, White Christmas, the arrangement we're going to learn today. Control your fingers to only play the melody, whether you're using your thumb to play or your finger style, and then give you the tools or the knowledge to help you start working on your own chord melody. That's really our goal. Okay. What is chord melody? When you play the melody of the song and the chords at the same time. And that's what you hear. You hear it a lot on social media. A lot of the ukulele players doing that. If they don't, you don't have to sing, right? You can actually do it without singing. You can play the melody and people can hear the song without singing. And then some people sing as well, and you can still do that. The purpose is to make the song sound complete and full without the need of two instruments or a singer. Playing a melody makes the song thin and sparse, right? And I'll demonstrate it. But you add the chords, it makes it sound a lot fuller. And then here's a little bio on me. If you don't know who I am, you can check that out. I've been in this game for a long time, meaning music, studying music as a student, teaching music. I started teaching when I was an undergraduate. First time I was doing some private lessons I used to teach, but then the school, San Diego State, the college, asked me to teach a guitar class when I was just like an undergraduate. And I started there, and then I went to USC on a music scholarship, and I taught at USC, and then was up in LA, stayed in LA for 20 years. I was a studio musician, taught at a bunch of colleges up there, mainly guitar and music at the time, and then we started Uke Like The Pros around 2015 time, and then we've just been carrying on since. So it's been a great, amazing ride. But anyway, if you want to find out a little bit more about me, you can find out there. All right, so let's jump in. You have this handout. I'll make it a little bigger. What is melody? Well, that is probably the most important thing of a song. It's melody. That's what you hum when you're singing a song. When you think of it, or you hum in the melody. You might be singing the lyrics, and that's fine too. That's related to the melody. So if we play it now, I just use this example as just "Ode to Joy," which is. Just "Ode to Joy." Okay, so let's play this with me. It's in the tab, it's in the notation, but just play this melody with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Now there is a little pause there because if you don't know music notation, that's okay. But that note right there, it's called a dotted chord note. That gets a little bit longer, and then that note is the eighth note. It's a little shorter. Okay, so that's why you heard that rhythm change a little bit. So that's melody. The next part of the song is what we call the harmony, and the harmony is the chords. So down below in the tab is the same melody we just played. But now, if you have another player, another ukulele player, a guitar player, a piano player, a harp player, a cello player, whatever, you could play the chords. And while you're doing this, think about all the instruments that play chords. Okay? Think about that. But we could just strum the chords. So C, D, da, D, G, da, D, da, back to C. La, 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 la. Now the chords by themselves don't mean a lot, right? They're just simple. They're not super exciting, just kind of our basic chords that we learn. But when you add it with the melody, la 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 la. Now you have something. Now you have a song. Okay, so now you have a song. Now the next thing to do would be to add a chord melody to it. And what does that mean? Is now you're actually playing the chords above here, but also the melody. Remember that melody? 0013310? It's right there. Just cut out any notes here on these lower strings, and you have it right. 0013, 3102, 0020, 022. Right? Same thing you see up here. But now we add a little chord. So now we add. Nice melody and chord at the same time. Now we're not strumming the chords. We're just playing the chords where every couple beats. Okay? So let's do that together. 3, and just use your thumb. The strum is fine for now. 3, 4. So. And then you have the melody. All right, so that's one example. Now, there are some different ways you can play chord melody. So you have options, and that's where you come in as the composer, or arranger, I guess would be the better word, of this. So the first way here is strumming a chord on just the downbeats, meaning beat 1 of every measure. Every measure, boom, every measure. And then the rest just playing the melody, just single note. So this would sound like. Like that. All right, do this with me, nice and slow. 3, 4, and. It's kind of a simple approach, but a nice approach to start, especially if you're starting on a chord melody. And by the way, if you want to start doing chord melodies yourself, what songs are good songs to start with? Okay, Susie's got to run. All right, see you, Susie. Helen's got to go too. Okay, gotcha. Okay, good. So, if you want to get started doing stuff, think of kid songs, children's songs. Think of folk songs, and think of not all holiday songs or Christmas songs, but a lot of songs as well can kind of be considered fairly easy melodies, fairly easy chords, and something you can kind of dive into. Okay. Yeah, so Brian asked a great question. And this is actually a really important question, Brian. Yes, are you skipping the first string? And this is really, really key in chord melody. Is that yes, as I'm playing it, I'm using the chord, but notice there's no notes for this song in this particular key that are on the first string. So yeah, that's part of the things that I said earlier, which is one of our goals here, which was to control your fingers so you only play the melody. So it takes practice to play this and not hit that first string. You'll get it for sure, but it takes practice. So whether you're doing just your thumb and notice when I strum I have to stop before I play that first string. Or if I'm using my fingers, right? I'm not playing that first string. So that's a great point. Now this chord melody today we're going to do White Christmas we'll have a lot of the melody on the first string, but it's not every single one. Okay. All right. So the next way, that's just one way. The next way to consider this is to just strum a chord on every single beat. Just strum a chord. So this would be. Sounds a little thick. It doesn't sound super musical to me, but it's still an option. Okay, so do this with me, nice and slow. 3, 4. So it's. But that melody is still there, right? That melody that. It's still there, just as just a different example. All right, now the other example here is number 3, is kind of what we played earlier, the very first one here, which is just playing a chord on beats 1 and beat 3. All right, so that's what we already played that, so it's. And beats 1 and beat 3. Let's do that again, nice and slow. 3 and. And then the fourth way, and there's probably more ways than this, but these are just the ones I thought about, is kind of a combination of the two. So sometimes you play on beats 1 and 2, sometimes you just play a chord on beat 1 and do the melody. So it's really kind of you just kind of put them where you need to be. So this would sound like. you can see here, I got chords on beats 1 and 3 in the first measure, only on beat 1, and then some single notes, only on beat 1, single notes, and then a chord here and a chord there. Yeah, and even though it's only 2 strings, we still call that a chord. So let's play this one, number 4, 3, and... And you got that sounds pretty nice now. Now it's actually starting to sound like a song. All right, and then some of the things you might struggle with today. And trust me, this is a hard chord melody today. I know some of you may want to jump right into it and get started on the White Christmas. I understand that, but I'm here. I got the time, so let's have a nice workshop and stuff like that. But this stuff is important, even if you're some of you may be intermediate or even considered advanced players, or some of you might play professionally. But this is really important stuff to know if this is a style you like. Right? This is a style you like. But anyway, some of the difficulties is you have to be able to play the melody by itself. You have to be able to strum the chords by themselves. And you'll see that in White Christmas. You have to play the songs and keys that put the melody mainly on the first and second strings. We'll talk about that a little bit more. If there are too many notes on the third or fourth string, it can sound muddy, right? Or hard to play full chords. You kind of saw that here. Sometimes when you only have 2 strings, it's a little thin sounding, right? When melodies are higher up the neck, it will require more use of your standard open position chords. Okay, so you'll start learning some more chords as you move up the neck. You'll also be exploring the fingerboard a little bit more. Finger control, that's what we talked about earlier. Making sure you play the right strings. And then more difficult genres like today song are going to have some more difficult chords like major 7, minor 7, diminished chords, minor 6 chords, and stuff like that. But really, I think the benefit of chord melody is that you'll be able to play the song by yourself without singing, without another person, and it's going to sound like a real song. And people will hear it, right? So when I play this, right? Everyone knows. You can hear the melody. Can you hear the song? Right? You hear it. You hear it, and you can sing them up. All right. Yes, thanks, Kim. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Robin. I know you guys are busy with life and work and family and whatever, everything else we're doing. So thank you for coming even forever how long you could. All right. Well, let's dive into this. I mean, this isn't going to take. This really is not that long because it's a lot. It's some repetition in it. It's the 3 pages. And our song is 3 pages. But you have basically an A part and a B part, and there's a lot of repetition in it. Okay. Now, I chose the key of G for this song. And one thing I like about this is, one, it puts the melody on that first string a lot. Not every single chord, but a lot of the notes fall on that first string as you look down here. Then you do have a few chords like here and here that do have the melody on the second string. But a lot of it's on the first string. And then the other thing I really like about it is you get up pretty high up the neck. So a lot of us don't play up on the 12th fret a lot. It might be a little tough if you have a little soprano. It might be a little tough for you to get up there. You can get up there, by the way. It's possible on a soprano. But it might be a little challenging for you. All right. And then if you look at these chords, you got 9th chords. You got major 7 chords. You have G slash chords, G flat slash G, 7th chord. So you got a lot of stuff here. All right, so let's dive in. What I would recommend today for White Christmas is just playing with your thumb. if you're a little more advanced and you feel like you can play fingerstyle, that's totally fine as well. It will work. For the most part, if you want to play fingerstyle or try it, just keep these fingers on these strings. So thumb on the fourth, index on the third, your ring finger on the second, and then your middle finger on the second and your ring finger on the first. Just do that in general, and you'll be able to play a lot of it just like that, kind of that P-I-M-A, that Pima pattern. Okay? All right, so now, the main event, so to speak. You can see, I mean, it's all here for you. We'll go over it, but I've given you all the resources you need to learn this song now. This is exactly how I play it, and these are the exact fingerings that I use. Like if you look at the chords, these are the fingerings that I use. You may find some that are a little bit different for you, and that's okay. Everyone's a little different, but I'm actually giving you everything that I have that I play with. All right, so first chord, simple old G chord. And where's the melody? Again, the melody is on the top string, that 2. So you could. I know one of the things earlier I said was you should be able to play the melody by itself. So that would be. You just play the highest note, even that one's 3. Where the here and then right here. Just ignore the chord if you're looking at the tab, and then the B part. And nope, not too high. And then Major. And then all the way up to 10. And the melody is wherever there's lyrics. So no, some of these don't have lyrics because I've decided to add some chords. I keep the same melody note, but I add some chords and make it sound a little more exciting. But the melody is only where you see chords. So like this particular right here is not actually the melody note because that's bright. It's just supposed to be held out. But that chord sounds so nice to add in there. All right, so that's number 1, right? It's supposed to be able to play the melody. Then 2, I said to play the chords. So just if you looked at only the chords up here, G, A minor 7, C. Even if you don't play them in time, that doesn't even matter. Just learning the shapes. That C chord up here. D9, G, D7, G, G major 7, G7, and then this C, C minor. Even if you hit an extra string or something, that's okay for now. And then back to G, G sus4, A, 7, A minor 7, D sus4, goes to D7, and then the B part, G, G sus4, G flat, G, A minor 7, C sharp 7, and D, and C, D9, and G, D7, and the last page here, G, G major 7, G7. I know I'm going fast, and up to the C, C minor 7, and then G, G sharp diminished, Now, even though that's not the song, like we missed a lot of melody notes, you can see that you're going to play all those chords in the song. So can you play the melody? Can you play those chords? That might be something you practice when you're practicing here. That would be one way you break up your practice. Instead of only playing the chord melody, just see if you can make through these chords. Like just kind of strumming them or just kind of playing them. All right. Yeah, they are nice chords. Thank you, Christina. Yes, a great question, Colette. Asked, when I'm playing the melody, am I playing the top string? Yes, so I'm not, most of the time, I'm playing the highest note. I'm playing the highest note. Now, in tablature, well, in notation, it's very simple to see, right? It's always this highest note, highest up on the staff. On the tab, it's always this whatever note's highest on this. So in this case, it's a 2. In this case, it's 3, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Right? That's the melody. And just be aware that sometimes the melody that's the melody note beyond the second string. But luckily, this arrangement is mainly the top note. Yes, that was a great question. All right, so now let's dive into the actual chord melody now. Even if even if you can't play the melody by itself, even if you can't play the chords by themselves. But anyway, just got a real simple, nice G chord here. Right. So here's our top of our G, all the way down, all 4 strings. Doesn't get any better than that. Now I do have a low G, just in case you're wondering. If I grab this Cynthia Lynn model here, slightly out of tune. I'll play a little bit. It still sounds fine, right? It doesn't have quite the bass but it still sounds okay if you have high G. So this arrangement does work with high G. Okay. But I do have a low G. I have a wound low G on this one, by the way, too. So it's going to be a little bit of a tighter projection than if you have an unwound low G. All right, here we go. So G. And this is something I'm really working with my daughter right now, is timing. Timing. Now, you can play this a little rubato, meaning kind of play it as you hear it. As you hear the melody, but you want to try to follow along, because when I add the backing tracks, which I do have today, we'll play when we get through this, you're going to want to keep time. Okay, so whole measure of G, and the lyrics are there if the lyrics help you. Then I'm just going to add my pinky to the G sus4, and then I'm going to do a single note here. It's just a single note, taking the pinky off and hitting the single note. And then all I'm going to do is take this same G shape I'm already playing. I'm going to slide it back a fret to the G flat chord. And the reason why it's called G flat slash G is because that slash, that G, is this lowest note here. I'm still hitting it open, even though it's a little bit of a rub. But it's okay because it resolves when I bring it back to the G. Okay, so that's the first 2 measures. I mean, that's gold right there. All right, that's really cool right there. Here we go. Let's just play that. We'll play it in time. Nice. So 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. 3, 4, and 1. And. Now, this is where you have options. So technically, my melody note goes here. I could have played an A minor and then just played this note here. That's just an A minor with a C up here. You could have done that. And that's okay to do. That's fine. So matter of fact, sounds fine. But this is where you as an arranger, and that's really what we are. We're not really composing so much because the song's already written. We're really just arranging it for the ukulele. But that's why I wanted to go to this A minor 7. That was the choice that I made. I like it. I think it sounds a little jazzier. But it's something that you can decide on your own. I even could have done this chord, adding the 7th, that G note right there, and doing this. That might have been a simple fingering. But to me, that chord sounds different than this chord. Okay? A little jazzier, a little more open. Okay? Again, choices. Okay, but I want to go with this one. It's A minor 7. That might be some of you may be the first time you're seeing this chord. For first time you're ever playing this chord shape. How many people have played this, never played this chord before? And they've never seen it? If you've been with me, you've played it. If you've taken like the jazz course that we have at Uke Like The Pros, you've seen it. It's in there. It's a nice white. That's your lyric. And then we're going to go to this cool C sharp 7 on the 4th fret and then slide it right up to the 5th fret for the D7. And so A minor 7, 3, 4, Christmas. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now again, these 4 measures you're gonna see these again. So once you learn them, you've already learned them. Alright, so let's play this whole top line. All 4 measures in time. That's so 3, 4, and Alright, so where are you with this so far? Let me know. I like to rank. I only like to do a scale of 1 to 5. Not 1 to 10. 1 to 5. How do you feel? 5 being the best. And 1 being the lowest. That's the lowest we give for it. I don't like any zeros. I don't like any minus numbers either. I like 1s through 5s. All right. Oh my God, I got 30 messages here. Okay, close. Good. Yeah. Thanks, Amy. Sandy's got to leave. I know a lot of you guys got to leave. I'm sorry. Our workshops tend to go a little longer than just a normal Q&A. So if you have time to stick around, great, because we are going to give away a ukulele today. And if you got to go, I totally understand as well. All right. 3, 2, 3, 3.5, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. There you go. Elaine's playing it. She got it. Catherine's just rocking it. Nice. Nick, 3. All right. Colette, 1, 4, 4. Elaine likes to give decimal points on hers. 2-ish. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Robin's using a small U because of concert. String broke. Yeah. Okay. And stick with it. Rob says they say it's over their head. That's all right. Stick with it. Just get what you can. Right? This is probably the hardest part of the song right here. Yeah, this is probably, and it's really because these chord shapes are a little bit tough. That C, the D9, and the G, because they're all bar chords and they're pretty thick, meaning you got to have a lot of fingers down on them. So this is a bar chord, the C sharp, but it's fairly simple because you're only using 2 fingers. These some of these chords will use all 4 fingers, right? But we got this C chord, way up here on the 7th fret. And the nice thing is you got a couple single notes after that. Now you try to hold down the chord as much as you can, but you're gonna have to release some of the fingers to probably get this 9 and 10. So it's C. And the way I do it, and I may do it if I'm playing it faster, I may kind of cheat a little bit, but I try to hold this down and then add the fingers while I'm trying to keep as much as the chord down. That way it helps to sustain. And it's really, especially on a ukulele, that can kind of, when you get up higher too, you kind of, that sound goes away pretty fast. You know, that rings for a while, but that sound starts to die a lot faster. Okay, single notes, and then I do this. These are called double stops because I'm hitting 2 notes at a time. Kind of cool. I think it's cool. And a great option for chord melodies when you're either way up high up the neck or don't really know what to do. It's kind of a nice touch to do some kind of double stop. So, but it's all way up here on 12 and 10. 12 and 10. It's not really that bad if you're on a concert or tenor. You can see I'm not really that high. I mean, I still have space. I could still go higher if I need to, but I'm right here with my fingers. 12, 14, or 12 and 14, and then just slide that shape back 2 frets to 10 and 12, and then slide that shape back, except you're going to change this note on the 2nd string with your 2nd finger to 9 and 10. So notice that interval is that's just 1 fret away, while these are 2 frets away. So it's, just do that part with me, just these 3 notes right here. Ready, and ready again, and yep. And then we get to this really nice chord, this D9 chord. Now the D9 chord is just like the D7 we played earlier. Remember when we did that? It's going to start the same. All you're going to do is got to take either your 3rd finger or your pinky, whatever is easiest for you, and then you're going to place it on the 1st string, 7th fret. And that makes it a 9th chord. That adds a 9th to it. That's what makes it a D9 chord. Okay, so right there, that nice chord. Now I put my 4th finger in the diagram. Again, this is a choice where if you want to use your 3rd finger instead of your 4th, totally fine. Okay, whatever. I probably use both depending on how fast I'm playing the song. And then here's kind of the next hard chord. This G chord is exactly the same as this C chord, except it's on the 2nd fret, but you're going to add your pinky there. This might be the hardest chord of the song right here. It's so thick, and you got to use all 4 of your fingers. So G, and then add that pinky to the 1st string, 5th fret. I think this passage is the hardest because you got to get to these fixed chords. So when we're doing now notice I have a finger here, my pinky, that I can play on the D9 and then keep it down when I play the G. So that's a common finger. So that might be nice. Alright, so this is going to be, I think this is going to be, now you can tell me when we get to the end if this is the hardest section, because maybe there's another hard section, but this one is always the one that I think is a little of a struggle. So let's start it right here. Notice this does start on beat 2. Here we go, 3 on the C chord, 4 and 1. Let's do it again. 1, 2. Remember we start on beat 2. 4 and 1. 3. Now, I'm curious about how you did on this. I'm curious to see. I know some of you were crushing 4s and 5s. Is that the case still? Is this a little harder? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. But, by the way, you're already done with like a fourth of the song or a third of the song if you can already get up to here. Good. Yeah, it's okay. Again, we'll reiterate. If it's way too hard for you, just stick with it. Just learn. Like, it's okay. All right, good. Okay, Alan's got to go. Yeah, thanks, Coach. Yeah, I mean, the goal would be for you to learn this arrangement, but, you know, if you have to... I mean, I could have done that, right? I could have just done the... And that sounds great. It sounds really cool. Versus... These are the options you would have as an arranger, but I would try to learn how I'm doing it. If you need to simplify it, you can. But I would try to learn this and stretch yourself, and it may take a while before you do it. All right, so that's the first almost 8 bars. Then you have the next 2 bars, which are the pickups to the next section. And you're literally almost, I mean, you're almost 8 bars away from pretty much having most of the song. But let's play it from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... 4 and 1. Now, if that's too fast for you, slow it down. Like, you can do it any tempo you want, right? Slow that down. All right. Let's forge on. All right, so we have a pickup note and chord, pickup note and the D7 that's going to go to the next line. This might be one of my favorite things. And so this is what I was saying to you earlier. This might be the thing you remember from right now, because this is really cool. These 3 G shapes, the G, G major 7, G7, because you have a same chord, a G, but you have this melody note that moves. So the... Where you can do this in different keys, but you can just make a song out of that. All right, so we're going to hit a single note here, single note, and you actually already have that note here. It's already down here on this G chord. So we either decide to hold the chord or just release it and hit the single note. And then to a full D7, normal D7, nothing unusual there. And then G, and the nice thing is you hit all 4 strings. G major 7, that's just barring. And then G7, that's it. It's actually not that hard, but it sounds really cool. All right, so right here, 3, 4, I gotta do it again. 1, 2, 3. G major 7, G7. Now I went all the way up here to 7, single note with your 3rd finger, and then back to 5 with your 1st finger. And then this is one of the only parts of the song, this in the end, where the melody is now on the 2nd string. So you're going to avoid that 1st string altogether. So it's C, regular C, just this, not even a bar chord. You don't even have to bar it. Just make sure you stop at the 2nd string. And then hit that note again, 3, right here. And then convert that to a minor chord. But still the melody's on the 2nd string. And then while you're holding the chord down, grab your pinky and hold the 5. And then this 3 should already be there because you're barring this. Now I know I didn't show it here with the bar, but you should be barring all of it here because that note right there is already in the chord. So, all right. Now the rhythm's a little different here. These two measures, this one right here and this one, have a quarter note to a half note to quarter note. And remember, the half notes are going to get an extra beat. Okay, so if I play this passage, I'll start here on the pickup. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. And C, 2, 3, C minor. Now sometimes the melody gets a little lost when you do it slow, and that's okay as you pick it up, but that's how you have to learn it. So and that's the next part we're going to learn. All right, I think we're holding on. We're holding on. You're getting there. Okay. Yeah, and it's okay to slow it down. It's okay to slow it down. Matter of fact, we all have to slow it down. It sounds great when it's faster. Everything does, but we got to slow it down. All right, so that's that. Let's just do that one more. Let's just do this one more time because it is challenging. Right here on the D7. 1, 2, 3. G7 and C3. Now the C minor. Now this is, I love this part right here. You got a full G chord here. It's G sus4, it's kind of like the beginning. Single note 2. Do a nice big A7. Then you're going to add your, I like to use my third finger here. Keep this chord down and just add that note there. And then keep that 3 down and bring your first finger up for the A minor 7. And all 4 strings. Yeah, so actually this is not that bad. You can do this. So it's G sus4. A7, A minor 7, 3. All right, let's do it together. 1, right here. We're just doing these 4 measures: 13, 14, 15, and 16. 3 and 3, 4, A7, A minor 7, 3, and D7. And again, use those common fingers. So the A minor 7 to D7, keep that third finger down. I mean, some of you might be could do that as well, but I just like to do this and do it like that way. Keep it ringing. Right. That's it. I mean, that's you pretty much got the whole song. The only thing we got to do is work on the ending now. So here it is. It's only 16 measures. That's all it is. I know it feels like a lot, but it's only 16 measures that you can get because the next 16 measures are pretty much identical. All right. And we're actually still at pretty good time. All right, let me see here. Yeah, thanks, Vernon. I know a lot of you all have to go, so totally understandable. It's we're already over an hour and 15 minutes. Robin says, "The stain on your uke is lovely." Thank you. Yeah, so this is our uke. This is the ones we're giving away with the platinum membership. But yeah, the reason is for this particular one is the solid spruce top. I know it has the sunburst on it, but that spruce is that wood is that's really the wood a lot of players like. I know it's not as fancy. I mean, even if it doesn't have the sunburst on it, it's not a very fancy looking wood. It can kind of be a little plain, but a lot of players like it because it has so much sustain and projection of it. Oh yeah, and you can do this on baritone as well. So we'll have a baritone and the baritone Q&A, which I think we just had, right? So when we come back around, we'll be doing that. I think the last baritone we did a little Johnny Cash, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so Lynn says, best part is that I'm encouraged that I'll be able to play this with some practice. Awesome, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so that's the whole A section, or the first part. Let's just do it all from the top. I mean, that's the nice thing about a live here is we can repeat stuff. Normally, if I'm doing a tutorial lessons, I don't like to make it too long, so I won't repeat stuff as much. But for here, let's just play it. I'll keep it here, and then I'll scroll down to the next page. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's an A minor 7. We're up here, and measure 5, and 1. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. G7 and C minor, G2, we're down here, and 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4. All right. I mean, we're on the home stretch now. I don't have to teach the next part. I just got to teach the ending. If you play with a singer, you can do this and have them sing as well. Matter of fact, some singers would actually appreciate it because you're guiding them. So a lot of singers are like, oh, you get, helping me with the notes. So some singers would like that. But you can do this with another instrumentalist, even if they're playing a melody too. It's okay. And again, the point of this is you can do it by yourself, but it's okay to add people. Matter of fact, it would be cool. You could, like the backing tracks have. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, that's a different, okay. Oh, that's for the chorus. I'll tell you about the chorus here in a second. Okay. Now, I have a slow, these tempos may be a little fast for you too, but. So yeah, sounds great, right? You can add there's little drums in there, there's a little organ in there, there's some bells in there, and it sounds great. Yeah, so Steve says playing with a high G, so not getting the rich sound. Yep, you're not going to, but it still works. But yeah, you're gonna miss some of that. Yeah, Lane, 2 hours, that's pretty safe. We've gone 2 hours. We may not have to go 2 hours today. And I know I could do these faster, but it's like they're always fun, and we don't do that many, once a month or once every couple months. So I enjoy being here with you guys, and then some of you that aren't normally with us, it's nice to have you here. Chuck says, must learn, White Christmas. Thank you. Misty, love this arrangement, Terry. Thank you. Steve says the double stops make a big difference. Yes, love it. Thank you. Yeah, I can take my time a little bit. And I told the team we're having our meeting a little late today. All right, now let me play this next part for you. You're gonna, so if you just look at the music, this is identical. These first 8 bars here are identical of the B section to the A section. There's not one thing that changes. And the only thing that changes is the lyrics change. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas just like the one I used to know. And this part says, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. So it just, the lyrics change a little bit. This first 2 bars don't change, but here's where it changes. So these last 6 bars is where it changes. So let me play this, the second part, the B section for you. So. Here it is. Then you should have heard right where it changes. It's when it goes up to this note, right? And that C chord up here. Now you're gonna hear me play this a lot. I know people are gonna get annoyed, but I'm probably gonna play it for every uke giveaway that we do, because I'm trying to record almost a video a day with whatever uke we're giving away, and so I'll probably be posting a version of White Christmas on all the new ukes because it's such a cool arrangement, and we're right in the perfect time for it. So people are gonna be like, another White Christmas. Terry's playing White Christmas again. But it's because it sounds cool, and we have so many videos to do, and we have so many ukuleles to give away. So you might hear it a lot. You might get tired of it, but we're gonna go for it anyways. All right, so let's just play it together. This is all the same. There's nothing different here. So this is almost just giving you another shot at this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. C chord 1. Two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we'll start again here because that's a little fast right there. Oh, sorry, those are quarter notes. My fault. I put them as 8th notes on beat 4. That's actually on beat 3. So I made that mistake twice actually. So this is on beat 3 actually. So it's after this G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There it is. I was wondering, like, it feels like it happens really fast. Like, you got to play that fast. Yeah, so it's on beat 3. Let's take it from here, and we'll go on. 3 to the G chord. Ready, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Here we go. G major 7, G7. All right, now here we go. The ending. This really cool C chord up here. Not that bad of a stretch. 7th fret, 8th fret, and 10th fret. A little tip or a little thing I like to do is anytime I have a chord up the neck, like this one up on the 7th, if I can hit an open string, especially that low 4th string, it always sounds good. Now you can't always do that because sometimes it's going to be a note that doesn't fit, but in this case, it does work. And then to get to this is a really nice, easy transition because these first 2 strings are going to be the same. So your 2nd and 4th finger aren't moving, and you're just going to move your 1st and your 3rd for that C minor 6 chord. And that's a good thing to practice. You can just go C, C minor 6, C, C minor 6. And get used to keeping that 2nd and the 4th finger down for that. And that's still not a hard chord. That C minor 6 is not a difficult chord. It's not a bar chord. It's just kind of high up the neck. And then I think it gets really cool here. But before, let's just do this right here, from right here. Don't even worry about the pickup. Just start right here and add these 2 new measures. 3, 4, and 1. G major 7, G7, 2, 3. Now here's the C minor 6. All right, and then just 2 single notes. I gave us a break here. 2 single notes. Now again, this is an option because normally when that happens, I've always added that D7 chord. For some reason, I just think because it was so thick with chords, I just left it alone. But again, things you can change or do on your arrangements. 2 single notes. And then just a regular G chord. G sharp diminished 7. This is not a hard chord. And a chord you see a lot, especially on the ukulele. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then up to a A minor 7 bar chord on the 5th fret. Really nice sounding chord. And then you got to jump back and hit a single note. And notice it's really just an 8th note, so you got to hit it pretty fast and get to a D7. But notice, stop at the 2nd string. That's the key to this last 3 measures here, is most of these notes are on the 2nd string. And then hit it again, single note, and then nice G chord, A, D7 sus4, and back to G. And as I mentioned earlier, these aren't technically melody notes because there's no lyrics here, but I just hit them because it makes it give you a nice ending there. All right, so let's try this. Not just the last right here. 2, 3, 4, G, G sharp diminished 7, and A minor 7, G, D sus, G. Let's do it again. 2, 3, 4, G, and 2. Alright, now let's get into it. We'll just start here, so that way I don't have to scroll up too much. Let's just start right here on the G. Measure 25. 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2. Sorry, I don't know. That's weird. I do not disturb on, but anyway, okay. Let's do it one more time because I got a little distracted. One more time for me. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Last line. Now you can't do this if you're playing with the backing track, but you could slow that last section down a little bit if you wanted to. Okay? Just kind of slow it down, play it a little rubato, or just kind of gradually slow the tempo down. That way you kind of make it a little bit more musical and make it your own. All right. So let's play this whole last B section here. Okay, the whole last B section. That's the last 16 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. 2. Alright, let me scroll up. And. Last line. 3, 4. All right. Well, first of all, give yourselves a hand. You made it to the whole arrangement of White Christmas. So you should be proud of yourselves if you stuck around here. Hopefully your hand's feeling all right. I'm feeling great. We're going to give you away a ukulele here in a few minutes. Now, what I did with the backing tracks is I don't make them too fast, or I don't make them too slow. Okay, so like that's pretty slow. And that's okay when you're learning, but I feel like with backing tracks, at some point when you go so they kind of lose their you want to have a little momentum with them. So I made the tempos 85 and 105. So I usually make the faster one kind of like where I would like to play it, as long as I'm not trying to go too crazy fast, but just kind of like where it feels kind of nice and comfortable. And then I like to drop it 20 or 30 beats for the slower one. But here's the slower one. So it's probably a hair fast if you're just learning this and you're maybe still at a 1 or a 2. But once you start getting to like a 3 or a 4 with it, you should be able to start working with this. And there's a lot of cues in the backing track that should help you stay with the chart. I know that's one of the big things I hear a lot of our members talk about is when they're playing with the backing track, they get lost a little bit. So that's totally, and that happens to all of us. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Hey, Judy. Judy just got here. Yeah, so the sheet music, so Bruno, so the sheet music we'll put in the chat again, the whole packet. In case, yeah, because I know your chat is only as good as when you log in. So we'll put that in this thing for you. Yeah, so I did promise the backing track. So let me see here. Can I put MP3s in the chat? I've never tried. Let's try it. Let me send it over here to my computer. Let me see if I can put MP3s. I think I can. I think I can. All right, so here's the two. We got two backing tracks. Let me try to do one at a time here. All right, so here's the slow one. Actually, let me just make sure I'm going to label it ULTP because we are going to be doing a baritone. Okay. They like to label stuff ULTP for ukulele and then baritone for baritone. So there's the slow backing track. Okay, good. It's loading now. It's only less than 4 megabytes. So it's kind of slow. This one will be a little smaller because it's faster. All right, there you go. Okay, good. You're welcome. All right. Try if you really like this song and you want to learn this arrangement. Just it's fun, and this forces me to do it. Is when I'm doing the videos, it's best if I try to get it memorized. That way, I can kind of play it a little bit more musically and don't have to focus on the music so much. And then when you do that, you can start adding stuff. Whatever you want. I mean, whatever it is. You can add, a little arpeggio here and there. You can add a little tremolo here and there. You can add a little finger pick here and there. You can kind of add some things to it. Okay? Yes. All right. What else do I have? I think that's the range. That's what we came here for. Of course, I am excited, and members, you were going to have this right when we end this. So you're going to have the new course in your library. All the Platinum members will have that ukulele Christmas fingerstyle chord melody course. I had this up earlier. Let me see. So there's a bunch of stuff in this course. Some of the stuff we've worked on over the years. But what I did with the course is I did a couple different versions of certain songs. So we did Amazing Grace. I did 2 versions of it, kind of like give you like a level 1 and level 2. Amazing Grace, Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells, O Come Emmanuel, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Silent Night, Silver Bells, The First Noel, and a couple different versions of We Three Kings. All right, so those are all the songs in this particular course. This is our new course. Members, you get this included, so you don't have to worry about purchasing it. It's all included for you guys. And then just for today, as a bonus, we are throwing in a couple of our other Christmas courses. Christmas Songs Volume 1, Christmas 2. And then what we decided to do is throw in this JT at $50 off for it. So all for $97. So anyway, that's what our special is today. To me, it's kind of a no-brainer if you like Christmas music, if you like holiday music, if you like chord melody. It's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, I think it's, for a course that you get lifetime access for, if I was into it, that would be no problem. Like, I'd have no problem spending less than $100 on this stuff. And then you have today's bonus song that we did here as well. So anyway, that's our bonus. And then we've already talked about it plenty of times, but our Platinum membership is really what we love for you to do. I know it's a little bit of a commitment up front, but it's essentially you're paying this for the year. So it's your learning tool for the year. And you have a lot of great members here already on this call that, have been with me for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 3 years, 2 years, a year, 6 months. So anyway, that's our Platinum membership. You get everything. And then with that, you actually get a free uke. Like, we actually literally include this uke, which I think is $200 and something for this uke. So it's literally included. You pay for shipping and handling. And then if you want to upgrade to a a tenor or a baritone, I think it's $20 or something to do that. So it's really cheap. It's the exact uke that I play in all our videos. So anyway, that's our platinum yearly membership. So that's our two offers. I mean, hopefully you've enjoyed this, and that you want to come. If you're not a part of our community already, that you come be a part of it. I mean, come join us on a weekly basis. We do the Friday. I mean, because the thing with most like pre-recorded courses, I know they're pre-recorded, but we have our Q&A that we do every Friday, which is now 9 to 10. We do a beginning Q&A on Thursdays with the great Will Forbes. We do the baritone and Q&A every couple of weeks with me, and then we do the Hawaiian Q&A with Larry once a month. So I mean, that's already how many live sessions a month that you get access to. What is that? 4, 8? I mean, it's like what, 10? About 10 a month or something included. And then we literally have every single one of them recorded. Every one. And I've only forgot to record one time many years ago, and I redid it on a different day. But those are all recorded and all have the sheet music and have everything there that you can go back and look. It's probably overwhelming if you think about 2016 to now. It's 8 years at 52 Q&As a year roughly at an hour piece. I mean, who's my math people in here? My son would be the math person. 52 times 8. That's just for this Q&A. That's just literally for this one. All right, good. Yeah, Judy says can't do it. Yeah, okay. I understand. Yeah, I know we're all in different situations, so hopefully it's something you can join in on. And then also we do have the giveaway, so that's free as well. That ukulele giveaway, 12-week ukulele giveaway. We'll put that in the chat. ukelikeThePros.com/giveaway. And on Monday we'll be doing a live and giving away this week, the Ohana TK. This is a tenor with the cutaway. I think it's a cool uke. Actually, someone left a pretty funny comment because Cynthia, who I know, I just saw her recently at the Hawaiian Ukulele Festival a few months ago. She commented on the Instagram post, and then somebody else commented, "Wouldn't it be funny if she won her own uke?" Because technically, I think she is subscribed to my channel, and she left a comment on her Instagram, so she is eligible to win her own uke. Oh, that's funny. It was a funny comment. So, Jono, thank you. Yeah, it's the Thursdays and Fridays. Oh, and then I forgot to tell you, my wife does a practice session, which is going to go on in just a little over an hour, 3 times a week. And that's just a time for you to get together with the community, and then you practice your own stuff during that. So you could practice this. Some of you will be practicing this today. I know some of you that go there with her. So there you go. Elaine says, even if it was $10 per hour per Q&A, it would be $520 for the year without any of the workshops and other Q&As. Thank you, Elaine. Yeah. And honestly, like, because I don't have time, like, I don't even do private lessons. I don't have time. Like, people ask from time to time, and if I was to do a private lesson, it would be so expensive that it wouldn't really be worth it. It kind of turns people off anyway. So it's like, so this is the opportunity when we do it together as a group, that I love dedicating my time for you guys. So, but I haven't taught a private lesson in, I don't even know. It's been a long time, 5 or 6 years probably, that I've actually done a one-on-one lesson. Not that I never enjoyed it. I did. I used to teach that a lot, but I like the group stuff. I like the class stuff, and then you'd be able to answer questions and stuff like that. Great. Karen says Heather's a great moderator. So, all right. All right. So let's do any questions Let's put it. I want to give you a chat. I'm just gonna have it right now. Just leave it in the chat. If you have a question, once we stop the recording, we'll kind of open it up and we can talk a little bit more. But any questions? I'll take some questions. Okay, I don't see any questions. Hopefully I did a great job on this. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to just see who's with us still, because we're going to do a giveaway here to somebody that's here. So the bonus uke, Lynn, so if you do decide to take this pack, which is this, here's a QR code. If you scan it with your phone, or we put the URL into, if that's easier for you. Uke Like The Pros. You'll get emailed a coupon, and then you'll go to the store, which is Terry Carter Music Store. And then you'll okay, got it. And then you'll get that coupon for $50 off. So that will happen. Okay. All right. So yeah, so that's the pack for today. $97 for the 3 courses, and then the $50 coupon for that. And if you don't get it emailed to you, just let us know. You can text or email either Uke Like The Pros or Terry Carter Music Store, and we'll get you that code for you, and that will give you the $50 off the $99 instrument. Okay, great question. Thank you, Ron. He says the platinum is worth it. I appreciate it. I know it's a chunk of money every time it comes around, but hopefully, it's once we get it paid for, and then we, just enjoy the lessons, and obviously the people are the community is really what makes it more than anything. You can send a check, Bruno. You want to send a check? Yeah, we can just send it. We'll send you just a store address, the store shipping address. Yeah, if you want to check, that's fine. We've done checks before. Okay. Okay, good. All right, good. All right, let me see. Anyway, Dennis, Judy, Christy, Jono, Barry, Douglas is still here. Just saying hi to y'all again. Lynn, Bruno, some people listening. That's fine. Rainier, Carol, Dave. Okay. Good. Barbara, Chuck is still here. Thanks, Chuck. Elaine, Irv, great to see you, Irv. Sandy, Arthur, great to see you. Some of you all here in San Diego, so I love seeing that. Wendy, great to see you. Rachel, Mark, Ron, Karen, Tara, thank you all for coming. Brenda, it's good to see you again, Brenda. Cindy, again, it's great to see you. Sharon, Catherine, Kathy, Kim, hey Kim, great to see you. Misty, Dave, Steve, great to see you, Steve. Mary Jane, Nick, always got his headphones on, rocking out, I love it. John O'Berry, okay, good. I think I said hi to you guys. Robin, okay, good. All right, so how about we give away a uke? This is just random. This is just random, so I'm gonna choose someone just for being here. And I like having your cameras on too. You got to be able to see. I don't like if you're hiding out and you can't do it. But anyway, we're gonna give this away to Wendy. Wendy, we're gonna give this to you, Wendy. So congratulations. Just thanks for being here. I don't know if but I want to just congratulate you. We're gonna just hit us up at support@terrycartermusicstore.com, and we'll get some information from you on that. So congratulations to Wendy for being here. So that's how we do it. I guess this is the 13-week giveaway, since we're doing another one today. We're adding it to the list. All right. Some of you don't have cameras. That's okay. I understand. I know. So, all right. Congratulations to Wendy. Wow. All right. So anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. That's going to conclude our workshop for today. Take advantage of the courses. Come join us. Get the courses. If you treat yourself to a little early Christmas present, get it for somebody else. Gift it to somebody that might be a ukulele lover, or join the membership. Whatever's easiest for you. Thank you, Catherine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the YouTube stream here real quick. I want to thank you all for coming, all the YouTubers, all the people on YouTube. You don't have to be a YouTuber to be here, but anyway, thanks for all the people being here. Some of you are on both sessions, so thank you for that. Adria Ortiz, thank you. I recognize Adria, I think, from some of our other streams or some of our TikToks or something we've been doing. Brother Sam, awesome. Go Dodgers. Yep, go Dodgers. Anyway, but thanks for sticking around. Looks like we had a good amount of people here on this as well. But anyway, thanks for the support here on our YouTube channel. Make sure to continue to follow the videos and watch we do shorts and all kinds of videos. We have tons and tons of videos up. But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sticking around for this workshop. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. All right, so the YouTube stream is ended. I'm going to end this here in a second, but I'm going to open it up if you